Can you see me? Let me know if you can hear and see me. All right. Chat. Can you say yes if you hear me and no if you don't? Hello, everyone. I can hear you. Perfect. Thank you for that. All right, let's start. So today, first of all, my name is Olga Victoria, and I'm with Biomedis company as a consultant from 2016. And I'm also one of the director of Biomedis International along with Marina. You also probably already met her before. And today, theme of our webinar will be a Biosky photonic crystals, and also a sticker as a modification of the sticker of the crystal. Okay, for some reason I cannot turn this. Okay. Today, outlines of today's webinars. We're going to talk about harmful electromagnetic radiation or electromagnetic frequency awareness. And then we're going to talk about how Biosky photonic crystals and stickers can protect you from this. Then I will tell you how actually the Biosky technology works. We're also going to talk about the Biosky crystals as an energy card for your organs and meridians. And then I will show you a different body application. I will show you a basic Biomedis company application. And I also going to show you my personal signature application how I use it in my practice. We also have a different other Biosky crystals application, not just for the body. I will talk about it also. We'll talk about preventative measurements, like what can you do to make your crystals work forever. And then I also at the end will be talk about a little updates of some exciting news we are preparing for all of you as a Project Wellness Wave webinars and some good changes for our members. Okay. And before we start, let me talk a little bit about my credentials and what I know. So I've already said that I'm a consultant since 2016 and the director since 2019. And with Marina, we joined together in 2022. Besides that, I'm a certified specialist in mind and body transformational psychology. I'm wellness healing coach. I'm 20 years of doing massages and energy therapy, and my specialty is working with the visceral or internal organs. I also a bioresonance and sound healing practitioner, and I also Qigong instructor and neurobionics or body movement specialist. And recently I become a neurographic instructor and aesthetic coach. It's art and psychology together, and we will be doing some classes with you with that also direction. I do have a bachelor's degree in the training and arts. Okay, so one of the most common use of the Biosky photonic crystals is neutralizing the electromagnetic smoke, which is all around us, to neutralize all unfavorable frequencies known as like negative torsion fields, Hartmann-Wilson nets, Carry nets, also to neutralize the frequencies which comes from all our gadgets and things around us, the lighting and all of that. That is the main and common use of the Biosky. A person exposed to electromagnetic frequencies, smoke everywhere, every time. It doesn't matter how far in the woods you live. The satellite and the cell phones, they will reach you anywhere, everywhere. So we do all have affected by electromagnetic frequency radiation. There are a lot of information about how dangerous it is for you in the internet. I'm going to talk a little some researches for you here today. to make awareness that that's around us, even if you cannot touch it, see it, hear it, smell it. The electromagnetic smoke is all around us all the time, around the clock. Next, like even in our house where we live, what do we have? We have a bunch of electrical lines and wires everywhere in the house, lightnings everywhere in the house. We have a lot of domestic appliances like microwaves, refrigerators, uh, vacuum cleaners, toasters, everything but convenient for us to live. Yeah, we use it, but then we have to pay for it with our help. We also have TV and radio station. We all know about Wi-Fi. A lot of people now talk about 5G and all those towers show up recently in our life. Satellites, computers, tablets, iWatches, iPhones, lights, everything of that, it has a potential danger to our body. Besides the house, if we go on the street, we also attack in subway, in our cars, even in the park, even in the woods. We will constantly have to deal with the electrical transportation, lights on the street, some kind of commercials with lighting. It's all electromagnetic smoke. Okay. And in the next slide, you can see that on the first upper picture, that's how our cities look at night. It's all lightings from the stores, from the commercials, from the lights from the houses on the street. This is how our pollution of lights exists in everywhere. And if you look on the left side, there was a research, and you see that two USA maps, and they say that they did the research in the period of 1989 to 2013, and they took nurses who didn't have a predisposition for the cancer, but they did get cancer, okay, and they counted them, research statistic, and then they compare it to a nightlight cities, and the two cards were identical. So that research shows that the cancer is more common to happen if there is a more lights in the city. And if you look at the Earth through the special technology, you can see that the Earth is brighter than sun, unfortunately, but that's true. Okay. Other researchers, one second. Other researchers about electromagnetic radiation, just an example. In the areas of the power lines, these shows changes in behaviors like increased aggressions, anxiety, decreased productivity, and a tendency to lose wings. Plants also have abnormalities of the development. They change the flowers, the stems, and increase numbers of petals. So they are kind of like modified through this electromagnetic smoke. There was a research that shows that working at the computer from 2 to 6 hours a day increased in 6 times disorders of the central nervous system, cardiovascular system, upper respiratory tract, and in 3 times diseases of musculoskeletal system. In 1996, there was a research at the Center of Electromagnetic Safety, and research shows that even when working at the computer only 45 minutes under the influence of electromagnetic radiation, it will be significantly change your hormonal status, and also has a specific changes in your brain. There are also studies that shows that high intensity electromagnetic frequency is not safe for pregnant women and can affect the developing fetus. It can even provoke a miscarriage. Research conducted on the experimental animal has shown that female genitals are particularly sensitive to fluctuations of electromagnetic fields. And with prolonged exposure to the electromagnetic field, our pituitary gland decrease several dozen times of the hormone productions. The functions of the genital glands also reduce hormone production, and uterus decreases hormone production, and this is all lead to infertility. Also was interesting studies in Sweden and UK. Swedish and British scientists found a link between exposure to electromagnetic radiation and occurrence in leukemia in children. Children who live in conditions of constant exposure most likely to develop the leukemia. Also, numerous studies in the field of biological effects of electromagnetic fields have identified the sensitive body systems, like the most sensitive systems for it is nervous system, immune system, endocrine, and reproductive. Especially sensitive to electromagnetic fields are children and pregnant women, people with disorders in cardiovascular hormones, nervous and immune system. Prolonged exposure to electromagnetic frequency can cause headaches, insomnia, memory impairment, a tendency to develop stress reactions and depressions, pollen instability, blood pressure, increased risk of reproductive function, immune system suppression, aggravations of the course of the infection process, negative impact on the fetal development, especially in the early stages, can be also a symptom like a hair loss, development of the chronic diseases, and some serious mental diseases. Why do you think it is? For example, if we take a 5G frequency, it is super high, super fast, and it interferes with our brain. So our brain, instead of staying in a nice alpha state, it starts to go like crazy in a very, a very fast frequency. And I've noticed as a practitioner for the past 5 years, when we got those 5Gs up, people do lose memory, they kind of foggy, they cannot sleep. I see more depressed people now than before. They're all stressed because this is a constant interference with your brain, makes you feel like this. And of course, when the body is constantly under this attack, the immune system goes down, and then the chronic diseases are gonna show up. Doctors cannot determine the true cause of the diseases and medicine threats, but almost, if you think about the role of electromagnetic smoke and formation of the diseases, think of what happened in the past 50 years and how now people more sick than they were in the previous generation. So with all of this, we cannot change what happens around us, but what we can do to prevent those problems and diseases. And the Biomedis company researched this, and they came out with a great product. It's called Biosky Photonic crystal, and also a sticker. The crystals are intended to be for the body, and the sticker is intended to be for the electric devices like computers, TVs, and all of that. It is modification of it. And they are all physical and energetic bioresonance health characters. They are powerful from both sides. They don't need to be charged. The size of the crystal is 85 to 55 millimeters. It looks like a credit card. I'm going to show it to you. I brought them right here. Who doesn't have it? So this is like, palm, small, metal, different colors. And the sticker is 4 centimeters in diameter. Just look like this. You peel the off, and you just stick to all the devices who are potentially danger for you. That science was made, and those devices was made by the scientists in Russia and Ukraine. So what is Biosky technology? Each Biosky photonic crystal is the complex of multi-layered bulk structure made from special metal alloy and the electric materials. So it is made from all the electric materials and metal and the alloys in them. That's like ingredients of it. In the super high frequency converter, which transforms radiation into electromagnetic biological field. It is beneficially affects all the water containing structure, including our body, with circular polarization of right hand rotation. Probably you don't understand it right now, but I will talk about it a little more. The characteristic of the photonic crystals materials are calculated and formed based on the interactions of the electromagnetic field with biological objects, water structure, and chirality or mirror asymmetry. All Biosky charges from natural background frequencies, and the frequencies. Everything has a frequency which is higher than 0 Celsius or 32 Fahrenheit. If it's warm or little warm, it's already have electromagnetic frequency. So what Biosky does is it's charging from all of the frequencies around. The frequency goes through this Biosky. And also it charged from the technogenical radioactive radiations from TV and computer. In other words, all the frequency around us, good or bad, going through this card and somehow transform it to a good frequency, good energy to us. And I will explain it how it works shortly. Let's see. We do have photonic crystals in nature. And this is the 4 examples on the slide. You see the first one is the balloon, like a soap balloon. Also, it could be an oil spill, from the gasoline. And you see them usually very, very colorful. Why do you think they are very colorful? Well, we see them colorful because of the things called destructive interference. And destructive interference results from the wave interactions when the waves of the object is interferes somehow with the frequency around them. And when the waves are matching, then you see these colors. Okay, there are many examples in the photonic crystals in nature in the fauna, flora, and also mineral world. And as you see, this chameleon as an example of the animal world. And what he has when he doesn't move, his skin looks like dense network from little pieces called nanocrystals. Nanocrystals, when he moves, those nanocrystals start to move and they start to allow some frequencies inside. It's not dense anymore. And if the waves of those frequencies matches to the waves of the chameleon, they start to change the colors. And that's why we see chameleon is changing colors. Also, some butterflies have the same nanocrystals on their wings, and when the lighting hit them, they may change the colors, like this pretty butterfly. And in the mineral kingdom, one of the bright representative is the opal. See, they also have a different reflections, the opal mineral. And of course, human took this from nature, studied, and we have now a bunch of different artificial photonic crystals. An example of them is the optics, like cameras, photo cameras, mirrors, some metamaterials, and also one of the examples is our Biosky photonic crystals. It's artificial photonic crystals, which is, the idea got from the nature. And let's look inside and understand how inside, what is the skeleton of the photonic crystal. So each electromagnetic field has each electromagnetic frequency field has their own frequency, and it has a characteristic of intensity, phases, and also polarization. And there are three types of dimensional in the crystals. We have one-dimensional, two-dimensional, and three-dimensional crystal. So one-dimensional crystal, it looks like just a bunch of material stuck together, together one after one, layer. What is two-dimensional, when you swirl some holes in them, like 90 degrees, right? Then you have this 2D crystals inside. But we also have the 3D dimensional. It's when the holes drill in the crystals on the different angles. And our bioskies are three-dimensional, has a three-dimensional structure. So if you take the biosky, you see that it is a metal. There is a material stuck together like a sandwich, and there was also drilled at a certain angle, and that's what makes them 3D. And what our company did, the Biomedis company, that it's completely different from similar cards from the other companies. Why? Because we do have them of different colors. So they are not all the same. They're all different because they drill on them differently, those holes, and the energy goes the way that it will be benefit also your energy channels, your meridians, which correlates to all the organs in the body. So we're going to talk about it later, that besides the protection, it also can work on the meridians of your body and in the energy. But hopefully now you understand what is going on inside. So it's layers of metals and the electrical materials. In between them, there's also some stuff and air, and there is holes drilled in each of the crystals, and each color has a different pattern of those holes. Okay. Another characteristics is the polarization. Well, in the world, we have different kinds of polarization. Linear polarization is when the wave goes straight, linear. Example of it is our Biomedis Trinity device. It has a linear polarization, meaning that the frequency goes straight to the body. There is a circular polarization when the frequency goes in a circle, like that. And they may go in a circle to the right, or they're going to go to the circle to the left. Okay. And now by a sky frequency, we have them turned to the right, clockwise. I will explain more about it a little later. And it's just another polarization is the elliptical polarization. There's also right and left hand when the frequency moves in elliptic. There are even some in natural. I was researching like what could be example of elliptical polarization, and apparently even in nature some bugs have that polarization. I guess they fly in a certain way or something. Okay, so we do have some researches about what is left and right circular polarization. So right is go clockwise, left is goes left or counterclockwise. So in the period of 1998 to 2005, many laboratories of the biophysical field and bioinformation universities made an experience of how medicine would react on the polarization resonance, the Charlie resonance with the right and left-handed polarization. And the experience shows that the right-hand circular polarization activates pharmaceutical drugs, supplements, and make them more effective. And the left circular polarization suppress them. When you get the prescriptions from the pharmacy, in the paper, you can actually see if it's a right circular polarization or left circular polarization, quality of that drug. And if it's a right circular polarization, it will go very good with your biological body, because our body intends to go to the right naturally. If it turns to the left, that means it's not good for the body. Example of turning to the left, It's 5G, 4G, and all electromagnetic smoke, they turn to the left. So the same with the pharmaceutical. If it turns to the right, it means it's more gentle to your body, more effective. And if you see on the prescriptions at the left circular polarization, you see at L polarization, then it's not good to the body. But if you have the Biosky and you have your prescription drug, what you can do with this, you can put your drug on the Biosky, and I will explain you how you do it, how many times. You just put it and change the polarization of the drug and make it more effective in each prescription. So okay, next. Okay, another characteristics we need to talk about is chirality, which is also that principle is also included in this technology. One sip of water. And chirality means from Greek language is asymmetry. And example of chirality, it could be our hands, feet, beaks of the birds, shells, DNA, and the word if you take your hand, for example, and you take your right and left hand, they will be mirroring for each other. But at the same time, you cannot shake someone's right hand with your right hand. It won't grab it, right? Same thing like you will not be able to put your right foot on the left shoe because they are mirroring each other, but at the same time, you will not, they are not exactly the same. There is a twist in that position. And if we look at the DNA, the DNA has a right and left circular polarization in there, and also also like parallel chirality in the strand. It's just a very, I put this image because it's a very, very unique. So hopefully you understand what is chirality. It's a mirroring, but the mirroring you can't match like. You can't match if you try to like hold, give a shake, right? So chirality is very important, as you know that chirality is affects the water, and as you know that our body is 70% water in the body, and our brain is like 98% of the body, and the chirality does affect the water, meaning that it does affect us as well. And if you look at the water, it has three molecules, 2 hydrogen and 1 oxygen molecules, right? And when many molecules in the water happen, they tend to become clustered. They get together, the molecules, they clustered. And that's why water containing systems have a specific response mechanism to all the electromagnetic chiral fields. Okay. And if you want to see it with your own eyes, you can make this example test in your house. You can boil the water, put salt in there, and then cool it off and put a drop of the water in the laboratory, like glass slide, and put them away from each other like 5-6 meters so they don't interfere. Under one glass, you put one Biosky photonic crystal and give it a time. And then you see when the water cools off, you see that the water which was treated with the Biosky has the crystals dispersed evenly in all the drop. It means it got structurized. And that's how our body, all liquid in our body has a structure. And if you look at the water which is was not treated with Biosky, you see there is a dense molecules and they kind of more go to the edge. And that's water we get from our sink, from some plastic bottles and all that. So if you put your water, wherever water you got and the crystal and you charge it, you're gonna get structuralized water, which is so much more beneficial for you. Okay, So let's talk about the practical use of the photonic crystals in depth. If you take any color of Biosky photonic crystal, doesn't matter. It will protect you from electromagnetic frequency and neutralize the impact of negative energy flows and torsion fields known like Hartmann-Wilson net, Carrier net, geopathic zones, etc. It will restore the aura after the negative energy informational impact like evil eyes, curses, etc. It also does protect you from people who doesn't wish you well. Well, as a massage therapist, it does also protect me as a practitioner when I work on other people. The frequency, they all go from one to another, and if you put the crystal on your body, you're basically protecting yourself from not good stuff from what comes from the body when the body gets healing. Also, it will eliminate the blockages in energy informational structure of human, like meridians, chakra, channels, and etc. It will structure your water and also food. You can put food or wine or wherever. If you put it on the Biosky before you ingest it, it will structurize it. It may even taste better. I use it for my cat all the time. I just, you use it for your pets or plants. You can put it on the bowl of a pet. Just make sure you don't use metal bowl because metal just doesn't go through. But you can use glass bowls or plastic bowl or paper bowl. It will go through. So take care about them. And with the plants, you can, before you water your plants, you can also charge the water and the Biosky crystals, or maybe if you want to plant them, you can put the seeds and charge them a little bit so you have more herbs grow. You can also energize, as I mentioned before, your medicine, your vitamins, your supplements, your herbs, and you name it. Okay, whatever you need to energize. You can put it in a crystal of any color and do so. The common results with the Biosky, you may not feel it right away with the body, but if we use our breath, so let's say a diagnostic device or any other device which will show you aura, we do have researches, and you see in the pictures on the left, it's another device, and on the right, it's our breath device. The person is treated 5 to 15 minutes to Biosky crystals. They have the aura open up more. So if you don't feel it, doesn't mean that you didn't get the result. You can see the results with our technology. But in general, in 1 or 2 months of using Biosky crystals, you will start to feel yourself, the increase of the energy, some change like in your response, restoration, your vital signals will be more alert, your mood will be better, mental, psycho-emotional, and physical healing will happen after the using a prolonged time of those crystals. And regular use of the Biosky crystals will improve your body, mind, well-being, boost your immune system, self-healing mechanism, and protect you from all negative impacts. So in about 1 or 2 months, expect some changes. Biosky application method how do you apply Biosky to protect yourself from electromagnetic frequency? For this, you just need one crystal of any color. So for this purpose, you just, all you have to do is carry your Biosky on your body all the time. You can put it in a pocket, you can put it next to your cell phone and a wallet somewhere around you. It is not you can change, it is recommended to change the zones. You can do also in the heart, but not for a long time, because for some people who are more sensitive, it could be a little bit too much of the energy around this. And if you especially do already have a problem with the heart, then avoid that area and just put the crystal somewhere else. Do not have that bunch of strong energy going there. During the sleep, you can just place it next to you. I like to put it under my pillow, like 30-40 centimeters of the body or under the pillow is fine. And then also another use, which I do all the time, you can use crystals together with our Trinity, and it will make Trinity even more powerful. And why? I already mentioned a little bit earlier that Trinity has a linear frequencies, and Biosky has a circular polarization, right? Circular polarization. So what happened? I didn't take my device with me, but what happened if you take the Trinity and you put the crystal on the screen, not in the back, but on the screen in front of it, and put it in your sleep in the couch. So all the frequency coming from the Trinity start to go right circular rotation. It will become even more powerful and potent for your body. Okay, just make sure you don't put it on the back because you will block the frequency coming of it. But if you put it on the front of the Trinity and then inside of it, you will increase the work of the Trinity itself. And that's the most how I use it for myself. I always wear it together with my Trinity. Okay, how you charge the water, drinks, food, supplements, medicine, cosmetics. You also need just one crystal of any color for this. And you will increase significantly properties of the water, structurize it, eliminate all negative information, and decrease oxidation. You know, some water, like if somebody in the room fighting, for example, and here is your glass of water, that information from the fight goes in your water, because water is very absorbent, and to eliminate that negative information, or even in some areas where the TVs or anything can say the bad news, whatever, it all goes in the water. So it is, if you put it in the Biosky, you will remove that information and you will drink the pure water. Water treated with Biosky restore your immunity, gives your organism additional energy, vital force, longevity, also stimulates plant growth, I mentioned. Place the water in non-metallic container, and then you put it in the Biosky crystal. The minimum treatment time for water up to 3 liters is 30 minutes. So you don't have to do it all the time with one glass, but though you can also charge a big amount, like 3 liters, for the whole family. The treated time 30 minutes, and it will keep its good properties for 24 hours. So I would recommend you just put it in the refrigerator so there is no negative information around happens, right? You put it there, or treated water, and everybody in the family can start using this water as a structurized good water for you to drink. And it is recommended to drink this such of water between meals, making volume, 1.5 to 2 liters, dependent on your body weight. This water is great for pets. This water is great for plants. This water is great for everything what is alive. Besides water, you can do your food, drinks, wine. I already mentioned that earlier. I guess I was a little bit ahead. So what else? I hope I didn't miss it. And for the food and everything, also do not use the metal water. And for the food, it's enough time for 15 minutes, 15 minutes. For water, 30 minutes if it's a big amount. And for food, 15 minutes, like a meal, a plate. But if you just have a glass, even 5 minutes will already start to circle your water to the right. So it's already going to be structuralized. There is also another application of photonic crystals, applications with injuries, and we do have a lot of testimonials with this. I don't know if I have it in English, but in Russian, definitely. I've heard those. So the Biosky crystal does enhance the healing and pain reduction and has anti-inflammatory effect on injuries like bruises, sprains, strains, and improves the wound healing. And in this case, what you do, you just place the Biosky directly where it hurts, right, right on top of it. And if you have an open wound or lesions or burns or something like this, what you can do, you can take the prescribed ointments or gels or creams, charge it on the crystal, and then apply it to the wound. It's also going to be very beneficial. And the charging time is 15 to 20 minutes for the medicine like that, and for the cream, and also for cosmetics. Okay, so for the cosmetics like creams, you can charge. Remind for myself, do it. I forgot completely. You can charge your creams, and it will be just more effective for you. Okay, and another application of the Biosky crystals are also a balancing of your the meridians and energy in the body. But for this, you will need two cards of at least of the same color. If you want to balance one channel, let's say stomach spleen, you take two Biosky crystals of the same color. You need two colors to do this. Okay. So you probably, I don't know if anybody, and what does it do if you do it? It will eliminate just the block along that meridian, and also it will support obviously your organs which correlate with that meridian. And probably many of you already know that Chinese traditional medicine 5 elements model. You know, everything in the world, from the atom to the big whale and to the galactic, everything has elements inside of them in a different proportions. And those elements are wood, or some tradition call it also wind or tree. Depends, you know, what books, but it's all the same: wood, tree, or wind, fire, earth, metal, and water. Those elements everywhere in our body, we have all of those elements. Our food has all of those elements, and a certain organ has more of one element than another. And as an example, for example, the wood element is more you can find in our gallbladder and liver. The fire element, it's our heart, of course, and also triple worm, a pericard, it's stuck around the heart, and also small intestine. Earth element you'll find in the stomach, spleen, and also pancreas. Metal is lungs and colon, and water is on the bladder and kidney. So almost all of the elements have at least two organs to correlate with this, and the fire has four. Four of them. So what we have here with the crystals, we have green. Green crystal will be for the gallbladder and liver. Red one will be for the triple worm and pericard, and the purple one will be for the purple and the purple one will be for heart and small intestine. We do have, you know, purple and red, even though the element is red, but they distinguish so you understand what's what. The yellow, the earth has our organ, stomach, spleen, and we have the yellow card for this. For our lungs and large intestine, we have the white crystal card, and the blue one for the water and kidneys. And as I say, they do different because the holes on the different angles are swirled and have different patterns, and how it works with the organs. It supports one organ more with a different pattern. Okay. So this is I already said before, but I can repeat it for you. So just to remember, you can take a picture of the slide. The white one is support lungs and large intestine, a yellow stomach, spleen, also pancreas, the purple or violet heart, small intestine, the blue kidney, urinary bladder, Red triple hit the pericardium, and green is liver gallbladder. I want to also mention that the red one, they call it the main one because the triple warmer and pericardium affect all the organs. So if you don't know which color you need, basically you're healthy, get the red one, because red one, you can just use red one and apply it to any meridians. It will work because the red triple heater meridian affects all the body. Okay, that's the first choice. And those cards are, I think, great work with the pain reduction and inflammation. It seems like people say that they were using red card more on those kind of occasions than other cards. Okay, so you have to experiment it on yourself what works for you. But for now, this is information. All of the colors of the crystals do have like a general benefits and purposes. And what are they? Are they to eliminate energy imbalances, maintain vital force? They do resist, all of them called viral, bacterial, parasitic diseases. They will go against it if you treat the water, for example, or food. They support all body system. You can use them with any autoimmune diseases, immunodeficiency or allergy reactions, any of the cards. With mental and psychosomatic disorders also, you can take any color for depression, for stress, lack of energy, if you want to increase your physical, mental, or well-being, or just support if your person has a chronic disease. Any of the colors are good choice. And now let's go as a specific benefits for each crystals. As I said, they different from each other. So the first crystal, white crystal, supports the lung and large intestine. What else it does, what other crystals wouldn't do? It will regulate the work of the respiratory system and large intestine. It will control the circulation of vital forces in the body. It will control your breathing, support your nasopharynx, larynx, trachea, bronchi, lungs, all respiratory system. It will increase oxygen in the blood, and it will support peristalsis of the large intestine. So these crystals were very popular when we had COVID because everyone had a lung tissue, pneumonia or something. So people were buying this to clear up the lungs the most. You can use the white crystals with pathology of respiratory system, pulmonary disease, chronic or acute processes in the nasopharynx, bronchi, trachea, lungs, various pathologies in digestive system because it's also large intestine, right? It will help with gas, spastic pain, intestinal polyps, or dull aching pain in the digestive tract, and also with defecation disorder. If someone have this, the white crystal can benefit. The next crystal is yellow one, is a stomach spleen. So the special benefits of the yellow crystals, it will regulate the work of the stomach, pancreas, and spleen. It also will help with the lymphatic system. It also affects the muscle and adipose tissue, provide high quality digestion and food and nutrition intake, improves pancreatic function, affects metabolism and insulin production, affects the endocrine system. You use the yellow photonic crystals with disease in the stomach, spleen, pancreas, with pain and epigastric region, nausea, or decreased or increased appetite, with feeling of the full stomach and bloating. A lot of people have it right now because of the food we eat. Constipation, diarrhea, indigestion. People with diabetes is also good because it does support your pancreas. Muscle stiffness, spasm, weakness, pathologies of the lymphatic system and your immune system will all benefit from the yellow crystal. The violet crystal supports specifically heart and small intestine meridian. So it will regulate your heart and small intestine, provide normal regulation of blood circulation and other tissues, regulate higher nervous activity like thinking, emotions, consciousness. It will help you to think, regulate sweating, affects the process of digestion and absorption of the food, and it also helps with small intestine regulations quality and also support your healthy immunity. And as I talk on the left side, you actually can see where that meridian goes. I just didn't mention it previously, but on the picture for those who understand. You don't need to know that. So with violet, the purple or violet photonic crystal, you will be using this pathologies in the cardiovascular system and to preserve your vital forces, increase and decrease blood pressure, chest pain, palpitation, dizziness, shortness of breath, body swelling, fatigue, sweating, muscle spasm, cramps, tired legs, neurophysical, psychiatric diseases, pathologies of the small intestine, pain in the navel, low abdomen, nausea, weakness, constipation or diarrhea or indigestion, viral, bacterial, parasitic lesions, all of that, improve your immune system. Well, the all cards improve. The blue one is the urinary bladder and kidney meridians. You see them also in the picture where they go and then internally connect to the organ. They regulate both kidneys and also adrenal glands system. Also, they do affect the brain and spinal cord function. Affect the process of the consciousness and thinking, central nervous system and endocrine system, support reproductive function, benefits with the normal pregnancy and delivery, improve sexual function, helps to reduce the symptoms of menopause, regulates water and mineral metabolism in the body. And you use the blue photonic crystals to maintain vital energy, lethargy, fatigue, lack of energy. It helps with the central nervous system pathologies, with endocrine, skeletal, or genital system pathologies. It does improve your memory and brain function, helps with kidney, adrenal, brain, spinal cord pathologies, chronic processes in the urinary system, formations of stones in the kidneys or bladder or edema. Men with impotency can benefit from with this. Chronic prostatitis, prostate adenoma is also. For the woman, it will help with the gynecological problems. It also maintains the sexual energy, fertility, and childbearing. And in Chinese medicine, the blue, the kidneys is the major organ. All other organs are less, I guess, I wouldn't say important, but the kidneys is what they care a lot, because kidneys energy is only what you got when you're born. You have it, and this is for the whole life. So you need to wisely support the kidneys energy if you want to live a longer life. And as I said, the red photonic crystals we have is the main one. And it will affect all the body. But besides that, it coordinates the activity of the internal organs, eliminates the energy imbalances in between all the organs, and affects endocrine and nervous system, activates the brain, improves the intelligence. So for kids who in school, charge them water with the red one, so they will have more focus. It will also regulate the psycho-emotional activity. People who are depressed or sad for a long time, give them for a month or two this water to drink, charge on the red crystal. It regulates your emotions of any sexual nature. It conducts all energy in the body, as I mentioned, right? And you use it in the presence also of good use of the red crystals in the presence of nervous and endocrine system diseases. This deterioration and well-being in the absence of the obvious reason. You have no idea what's going on with me, but something is going on. Just take the red one then. Okay. Helps with the sexual disorder. It does also regulate headaches. Just put it right in the head. In case of the Saka emotional states like tearfulness, emotional outbursts, moodiness, aggression, the red photonic crystal is a good choice. And then in case if you're tired or feel lack of energy, I also like to use this when I'm tired and for mental development. Okay, and the green one is for the gallbladder and liver meridians, regulates also those organs are correlates to tendons, joints, and ligaments in our body. It does help you to regulate the blood circulation and any disturbances in the internal organs, helps with detox, affects nervous system, improve digestion, and regulates the bile flow. It does help with you with mental disturbances as well. You know that the liver is also connected to your mental abilities. And as I mentioned, tendons and ligaments. Okay, so we all talk about the specific of each crystal. So it's up to you which one you want to pick. If you want to pick them all and balance the whole body, or if you just want to have a minimum package, you have two of red or two of the ones that you need the most. It depends on what your body needs. We all have a weak spot, this organ or that. You know, for some it's that, for another is another. And also I want to mention that each meridian has active time and passive time zone. So it's important, like, look at what time it is you want to do the therapy. And for example, if it's like 7, 9 o'clock in the morning, the best crystal to use is the yellow one because you know, we have the stomach and it is active at this time. So let's go a little bit over this. It always starts with the lung meridian 3 to 5 a.m. and then large intestine 5 to 7 a.m. And that time we usually, you know, many people start to wake up, start to do some breathing exercises. I also wake up like before 5, a little bit before 5 a.m. and I take the white ones and I do my breathing exercises as I do the meridian balances with this at the same time. At 7 to 9 and 9 to 11 a.m. we have stomach meridian and spleen meridian. So if you do have a therapy at that time, if you have a whole bunch of the crystals in your home, take the yellow one. Because at this time we have in breakfast and we have the good digestions and we need to support the, especially people who doesn't have a sluggish digestion. It's a good time to use the yellow crystal and therapy at that time if you need to support your digestion. Heart and small intestines you're going to do from 11 a.m. to 3 p.m. Urinary bladder and kidney meridian from 3 to 7 p.m. Pericard and triple worm are the best to use from 7 to 11 p.m. And gallbladder meridian and liver meridian is good to use from 11 p.m. to 3 a.m. So it's easy to understand. So you also can take a picture of it and like a guide for you to what crystal to apply when. And the company gives us the basic protocol when you have a two Biosky of the same color, what you can do with them to balance the meridians and meridians and channels in our body. As you've noticed, and if you noticed before, all the channels they either end up or finish on the hands or feet, and also on your head. So we can just place our crystals on the hands and feet to brush all the meridians. So what you do, you place one crystal under your left foot and another one under your right palm, like cross, and stay in this position for 5 minutes. And then you switch the side and change the positions of the crystals by placing the first crystal on the right foot and the second one on the right palm. And also stay like this for 5 minutes. And after this, you put one crystal under the coccyx or sacral chakra and put another one on the forehead or third chakra, or you can also put it under your neck, or like you can also put it on the throat if it's comfortable. So it's easy, right? So hands and feet cross 5 minutes, another 5 minutes. You change the position and also under your spine on the beginning and the end of the spine. And that 15 minutes protocol will help you to brush all of your meridians. And it's very easy. And you can do this procedure at least one time, but maybe even 2-3 times a day if you rush your healing and if you need to have a healing. My protocol, as I mentioned, I'm a massage therapist and I'm also internal organs specialist. So the easiest protocol I use with every of my massage sessions or any session when the person lie down, I have all the 6 crystals in my office and I just simply put them right on the organs. If you look on the left, you can see like this is your heart, this is your lung. Most people probably don't know it, but if you don't, you can look at this picture and see where your liver, gallbladder, where your kidneys and stomach and spleen is. And then the same, you put it in the body. So you put white one on your lungs, 2 of them. Then purple one, you put one on the heart and another one here down on the small intestine. The green one you're going to put on the right side on the rib with the gallbladder and liver. And the yellow one you're going to put on the left side around the rib. It's with your stomach, spleen, and also a little, if it's a little bit low, it's also your pancreas. So around that area. And the blue one is for kidneys, you put in the back, right on your back. And the red one, I find that it's very good to put on the coccyx and under my neck, and under client's neck. So I'll just put it in some soft pillow and I stuck it right under the neck, red crystal, and I put one on the coccyx. And the kidneys also, I slip it on the back, person lying down face up, and the rest of the crystal cards, I just put it along the body. And they have a good 15 minutes stay like this, while I do in their heads, the hands, the feet, the rest of the massage. And I besides massage also, you can use it in any of your therapies, whatever you do. If person lie down, this is a very, very good protocol and very simple to use if you have all of those cards. You also can do this protocol for yourself. It's very easy to place for yourself on this method. Well, if you are like body professional like myself, like massage therapist or acupuncturist, we also we know the meridians, where it goes, where it's finished. And what I do as a professional, I have this my signature protocol, and maybe for someone it will be an inspiration. So for this protocol, you can also use just card of the same color card, just to, let's say I'll take a red and I'll use red for all those placements. Or you can use a different color. You need to know your meridians. And what I do, I'll take those cards in my hands and I place my hands above the body where those meridians finish and end. I don't touch the body, I put it a little bit above. It will work. And especially some meridians that you see, it start to finish like, on the eye or here. So you don't want to touch and disturb the person. So you just have it above the body slightly and hold your crystals as you do in any of the work, Reiki, healing touch, any energy work you know how to do, just enhance your hands with those crystals. And what I do, I just go over the all meridians, and when I place the meridians, you hold them, like if you hold them for 5 minutes, here's your signature session for 60 minutes. but you can do it shorter if you hold it just for a minute. And you can, when you hold the meridian, you imagine in your head, visualize that it will swish energy from one hand to another. So you help to like brush that meridian, clean it up. You gotta visualize it too, right? So you put it, you hold it, you visualize, you make the work, and then you move to other side, do the same meridian, and then you move and proceed with others. So those are, this slide is a full professional. You really don't need to know this. All you, if you have all the cards, this protocol is works as beautiful as another one advanced. And this protocol, the basic one, is also works amazing. Just to have two cards and have this without knowing where your organs, where your meridians, you don't need to know the benefits from it. So those are protocols for the body. And you know, this is my picture. I mean, my client picture. I'm also doing all the placements of the cards when I'm doing a singing bowl therapy for just client lie down, and I enhance the session with the all the photonic crystals. So I'm using it. And if it's a group meditation, I give all the participants two cards and I ask them before they go on meditation, put one like under your neck, another one on the coccyx, even in the belly. So when they lie down, they also have that extra therapy going on. I also use it if you do some coaching session, if person just sit in front of you, just or consultation, you just give it to them, and as they talk to you, they also can place it somewhere. I use it in the practice all the time, and my clients really, really like it. If I forget, sometimes they will ask for it, like, oh, you forgot to put it. But it's already a habit, so I don't forget. I have a bunch of them, and I also do the Trinity right in my massage session. It's just like a little bit off the topic, but good benefit, you know, good tip for you. If you do in any of those sessions I do or others professional, you can always use Trinity. I use it in my massage and meditation sessions in mode 4, like deep relaxation, stress reduction, stuff like that. And my other suggestions for other professionals, doctors can use it, dentists, psychologists, acupuncturists, physical therapists, school teachers, any business can have some kind of relaxation area where the people can go and recharge. And if you have those crystals in your office, then you also going to protect your surroundings from the all electromagnetic smoke all around us anyway. So it's all good. All right, so preventative measure. What you how you wanna careful use those devices so they will last you forever. Do not put Biosky photonics crystals through any mechanical influence. Like do not drill anything on them or bend them. Right? It's hard to bend, but anyway, maybe somebody will drive the car. Right? Do not do that. Do not immerse it in liquids or oils. If it happens, it's okay. You just wipe it with the dry. It will not happen. But if you leave it in the water for a long time, it can get rusted. It's metal, right? Inside, and it maybe interfere with the pattern of those drill holes. So I wouldn't use it. I wouldn't wash it. If you use it with the client, I never put it on the body straight, so I don't have to wash it. I put it on top of sheets or on the back. I put it underneath the sheet of the person, so it's never in contact with the skin, and I don't need to wash them all the time. I want to prevent my crystals so they last do forever. Don't bring them to sauna where it cuts. I don't know, maybe it will melt. And I guess frozen. It's a general recommendations from the menu in the book you have, so they don't recommend you to do those things, temperature changes. So I finished with the Biosky crystals, and we do also have one little thing, the Biosky sticker, which is the same technology like a biosphal crystal, but it's meant to be placed on some of your devices, appliances in the house. And I show you examples how you do it on your phone, computers, TVs, microwave, everywhere you don't want the frequency comes out to you. You just put the stick on the cancel that bad radiations from this. And it's proven already that if your house and an environment clean around you, that Trinity will work better. It will not interfere with the heavy electromagnetic smoke. So if you have the Biosky around you, the Trinity will be more effective for you compared to if you know in a very electromagnetic smoke environment and you're trying to use Trinity, it will be less effective. And as a conclusion, so using the Biosky can create a safe space around you. Everybody agree, I hope, by this time. It will protect your biofield from unnecessary interference, harmful electromagnetic radiations, and impact positively all your life nature. Your body will not be disturbed by electromagnetic frequency and it will go to a self-restoring mode, homeostasis. You will give your body a break so it can start function properly and heal itself. The body can heal itself if you can give it opportunity. So according also as a conclusion, according to our research, the effectiveness of the bioresonance devices like Trinity, BioWatch improve significantly. I mentioned that. And then yeah, don't use it in the heart. Okay, and you could easily balance your energy and of the whole body. Okay, this is the conclusion. So thank you. And now I would, what time is it? It's 11:14, so we already go over the hour. I don't know if people gonna have the questions for me. I look at the questions right now, start to write them down. If I won't answer or because of the time or what, I'm gonna look on them and send you a personal email. So send me the questions and email where I send the answers. And also at the next week on Thursday at the same time, I'm going to have a Q&A session, and you can give me all your questions for the Q&A sessions, and I will answer there and send it to members or directly to your email if you're not a member. And while you're writing down your questions, I wanted to tell you a little bit about our news in the company and what is going on. We are very excited that soon, very soon, we're going to have a wellness wave webinars for you guys to prepare, which will be done not just by me and Marina, but with by many good professionals in any kind of field of healing. And those webinars will be also listed on our website, and those webinars will be discounted for our members. So maybe it's another good time to start to look into our memberships and what benefits it can give you to have a membership class. For our clients, if you're our client, the membership is really not expensive. It's just something to, to support us, to give us this whole time to create all of these things for us. $5 a month silver for our clients, and for outsiders clients, as clients who bought it somewhere else. There are different stores. Somebody bought it somewhere else, and then they want to have a service from us, but unfortunately we cannot give quality service to the whole world, so we more focus on our clients, our members. And but if somebody needs it, and I know that some stores just don't have a good customer service, it's already history shows that it is, then you can become a member, and we do work with you, but it's just going to be 5 times more expensive for you to pay for membership. So the trick thing is to become our client, buy some device from us. You can always, Trinity one is not enough, I think, for a family. You can always have more devices in your house and become our member, our client, and buy our membership as our client, which is very affordable. And what you get, we have a silver, well, we have a basic membership, which is everyone who buys device from us going to have. And those what you're gonna have for basic membership, it's a free membership. You're gonna have free webinars monthly, then educational videos, and also you can also have a request from us, a free consultation, like 30-minute consultation. You just what device you don't know, you have questions. If you're our client, contact us and we arrange the meeting and we do give you a consultation of how to use the Trinity, maybe with a certain disease or conditions. And all of our clients have a 1-year warranty on all these devices. Okay. For the silver membership, what else you're going to get? You will be entering our private Facebook member community. It's only private for the people where we answer the questions. We do Q&A sessions bi-weekly. We're thinking that maybe we're going to do it once a month because it's not as busy yet. We have like one or sometimes no one show up yet. We just started it. So if we see this tendency that maybe we do it once a month, but right now it's bi-weekly, you have this opportunity if you even silver member and of course golden and golden plus. Also, you're going to have like exclusive educational webinars. They're not going to be for everyone. Like the clients, but exclusive only for our members, and we already have a big list lineup of those webinars we're gonna make ready for you. And you're going to have a 25% all of those webinars from the Wellness Wave, which is Marina now is working hard to prepare and for you all these speakers. For the gold membership, on top of what you're going to get in the silver membership, you're also going to receive all the recordings. Like, for example, today, you're always invited to listen me online, live and good. But then the recording, only the members going to get this record, not this one. This recording goes to everyone. So it's a free one kind of webinar. But those specific exclusive educational webinars, everyone going to be invited to it. You don't have to be a member. You will be invited. Let's say we're going to talk about how to use Trinity for women, for men, for children, those kind of topics. You will be invited, but you need to be live with us. And if you're a member, you're also going to get the recording and also the, like a library of the previous recordings. If you're a gold member, you also have unlimited consultation with us via phone, WhatsApp, email, whatever. It's not just 30-minute consultation. You can ask us any questions anytime. If you're a golden member, we have this service for you. And also personal training. Some people need some little boost, to show how to use maybe software or all the golden members also have an access to our additional library of the complexes. Right now on our website, 600 complexes listed, but I have 800 of them. I just needed, I still put a lot of my time to translate the rest, but it's coming. So altogether I have like 800. It's just not all of them yet translated. And golden members gonna have a 50% discount on the Wellness Wave webinars. And if you pay for 1 year in full for the gold membership, that's membership called Gold Plus. And what benefits you're gonna get for the Golden Plus is the 2-year device warranty instead of 1. You're gonna have a 2 years device warranty, so it's a very good buy. Because in about this time, it's a lot of devices need battery change or something, and it's a good opportunity. So it's kind of going to work for you if you do the Gold Plus, pay 1 on full, because then in 2 years, if you need a battery change, it costs like $60 to change it. You don't pay. And another benefit, you have an access to all our Biomedis webinars and Q&A sessions, what happens after you got the membership and so on. So hopefully you like the webinar, and let's see if I have any questions. Should I do questions? Do we all have time? Where are you looking? Okay, let's see. Let me go see the questions. Will the Biosky affect the working of the Trinity? Can you use Trinity while wearing Biosky? I answered that question. Yes, it's actually very good if you do so. Wait, scrolling. Okay, jump to the latest. All information about your membership and of course okay, it's Evelyn Rhodes. Biosky crystal, what would we see? What are they made of? I answered that question. They made from the metal alloy. For some reason, it's hard for me to move. Okay. Okay. Oh. Questions. Where are you located, Olga? I allocated to North Miami Beach, or we call it Sunny Isles Beach, and my office in Hallandale in Florida. If we cut open on the Biosky crystal, what we see? What they're made for. They made from crystals. If you cut it open, you probably need a special instrument to do it, but you're probably going to see a bunch of metals and holes in there. I've never done it, so I don't know. Why would you want to do it? If you curious, sure. Hi, is it possible to receive a copy of the today's Zoom recording? Yes, everybody is going to have it, and it's going to be also now YouTube channel Biomedis International. This kind of website I'm doing today for the product is going to be published. Don't worry that you missed it. What else? May I order a blue and yellow card, please? Sure. Go to our biomedisinternational.com and you can order a blue and yellow card or any of them. Thank you. Can you send out registration on the Zoom? Thank you for that fascination information. You're very welcome. I'm glad you like it. Very welcome. Okay. I think I answer all. I look more careful later if I miss something. But anyway,
there's one more little question.
Okay.
Will there be a discount for those of us who want to order the complete set of the Biosky crystals?
Right now we never run those sales. We sell them one by one. I know that maybe we should think about it. I will talk about it with my partner Marina, and we discuss that. Maybe we can do something like this. Okay, thank you for a good tip. Anything else, Evelyn?
No, that was it.
No?
I think.
No. All right, then. Thank you so much for coming today in your busy time, and I hope that information was helpful for you. If some questions come up later or sooner, just hit us with email. I wish you all a wonderful day. Stay healthy and be happy. Bye-bye.